Mission notice, we are descending now. Local time in Colombia is now exactly 13:59, 1 minute to 2 local time in the afternoon.
Venga, ya va porque es que no entiendo.
No, leave me alone. I don't know who you are. Police here.
In the bits above your heads or underneath the seat in front of you if possible.
Mission notice, we are descending now. Local time in Colombia is now exactly 13:59, 1 minute to 2 local time in the afternoon.
I'm Patrick Lancaster, and we are almost to Venezuela. I've been on the road for about 50 hours, give or take. Several flights, several layovers, but I thought here in Bogota, Colombia, we're almost there, so this would be a good place to start the report. First thing I notice here in Colombia is the fresh air. It's got an interesting smell to it. And now the situation is we're going to try to get to Venezuela. As you know, Trump made a air closure order, so most Western flights got canceled. There's still, as I understand, some airlines going inside Venezuela, even with the border warnings and whatnot. But so now we're going to try to figure out, are we going to be taking a flight to Venezuela or not? Are we going to be taking a bus to Caracas or not? Walking across the border. You're going to be here with us, with me, on my way inside Colombia to Venezuela and find out the real situation on the ground. No third-party accounts, what's really happening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so the customs wasn't too bad. Went right through. They asked if I had a hotel here in Colombia. I said no, I'm just passing through to Venezuela, and they stamped it, and I went through. No questions, no nothing. Wasn't really sure what to expect. I've heard that going into Venezuela now it's very sensitive, so we'll see how that goes. And we have to remember, Trump has also threatened Colombia, and of course, it wasn't as extreme as what he did to Venezuela is doing. And the Colombian president fired back as well.
What? He said that if you won't change, then perhaps you need to be gotten rid of. Do you view that as a threat?
Well, he's a thug and bad guy. He's a guy that is making a lot of drugs. We've just, as of today, stopped all payments going to Colombia, the country Colombia. Also, the school Colombia. No, we settled. We made a settlement with him. But no, he's a thug, and he's a bad guy, and he's hurt his country very badly. They're doing very poorly, Colombia. They make cocaine. They have cocaine factories. They grow all sorts of crap that's drugs, bad drugs coming into the United States, goes generally through Mexico. And he better watch it or we'll take very serious action against him and his country. His country is, what he has led his country into is a death trap.
President, we have 3 countries sending drugs to the U.S., Mexico, Venezuela, and Colombia. And you talked to the president of Mexico, you already talked to Nicolas Maduro. Have you considered talking to the president of Colombia, whom you call a drug dealer?
No, I haven't really thought too much about him. He's been fairly hostile to the United States, and I haven't given him a lot of thought. He's going to have himself some big problems if he doesn't wise up. Colombia is producing a lot of drugs. They have cocaine factories that they make cocaine, as you know, and they sell it right into the United States. So he better wise up, or he'll be next. He'll be next too. And I hope he's listening. He's going to be next.
You talked about land strikes happening soon. Is there anything at this point that can prevent that? And is the objective, if you make that decision,
Well, I don't want to say
remove
that, but it's not
Maduro?
only land strikes on Venezuela. It's land strikes on horrible people that are bringing in drugs and killing our people. You know, if we were in a war and we lost 300,000 people in a year, because that's what the real number is. It's not 100. You know, you keep hearing 100. And it's a lot worse than that because the families are devastated when they lose their child. If we were in a war and we lost 2 or 300,000, but I think it's more than 300,000. And that's a war that's like a war that would be unparalleled. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. And that's what's happening. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in Venezuela. It's people that are bringing in drugs to our country are targets.
So, got my luggage. Now I gotta find an information center or something like that. See how I'm gonna move forward. Am I gonna take a bus for like 20 or 30 hours or something like that? Am I gonna take a connection flight? I mean, they had flights all the way, chains all the way. You know, it was like 5 layovers, but it was between like $5,000 and $6,000. So I just came here to Bogota for, I guess, all in about 3.5. Just crazy what the potential war is doing to the prices of the flights here. But we're coming to show you what the situation is and talk to the people, see the situation for ourselves. Please help me support this trip because it's not funded. I got a family of 5 to support, and I'm here showing you this story. So please click on the link in the description, the pinned comments, or on the screen. Support this journalism, independent journalism to Venezuela. Now let's find some information. Do you speak English?
Yes.
Oh, great. I'm trying to get to Venezuela, and I don't know what the best way is. Is there a flight to Cututica? Is that a reasonably priced flight, or do you know?
What is your flight or your airline?
I was on Dutch Airlines, but I'm already done.
Okay, I don't have the price, yeah? So it's better that you go to the talk with Avianca or LATAM. These airlines go to the
Avianca or Tutan?
or LATAM.
Latam.
You can find Avianca from the gate number 8.
Gate number 8. So go that way. Okay, number 8.
And LATAM from the gate number 6, the blue screen.
8 and 6.
Yes, 8.
Okay. What about a bus? Is it to Caracas?
Cúcuta.
Well, I want to get to Caracas, Venezuela. It's very long, yes?
Yes. So it's better that you first your round trip is better that you first go to the Cúcuta. In Cúcuta, take the bus or the other transportation.
Okay, thank you. All right, so yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. To need to go to Cúcuta, which is a city on the border. So it'll cut down about 40% of the land trip, and then cross the border there, and then decide what to do. So now I need to find number 8 and 6. All right. So I need to get to some internet and relax a little bit. I ran around trying to find a bus, but it didn't work. Apparently the bus station is far away, so I need to figure out what my next move is. So I got one of these capsule rooms. It's gonna be $26 for 3 hours. Let's check it out. All right. Spacious. Never know where the day's gonna end. We're gonna end the day on a bus to at least Cúcuta, which is on a border town, and then walk across But the nearest flight is tomorrow morning, so maybe it's better just to take a bus tonight. It's like an 8-hour drive, so that means probably 12 to 14-hour bus ride. And then Caracas is like double that past. But maybe I can walk across and catch a flight. We'll have to see. Oh, Colombia. Alright, so found a little more information. Seems like we can go to a bus stop, which is like half-hour, or bus station, half-hour drive from here, and taxi for about $10, and then catch a 14-hour bus ride to the border of Colombia and Venezuela, Cucuta. And then after crossing the border there, going through all that, then it'll be another 14 hours to Caracas. So, looking at all in 70, 80 hours on the road for this trip. Just getting there. But time to get some food. So fast forward just a bit, took a taxi to the bus station, and now we're on the bus. Got a 14-hour trip to the border ahead of us, then walking across the border as I understand, and then another 14-hour trip after that. So, see how it goes. It's nighttime, so unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to see much of the countryside of Colombia, but for Venezuela tomorrow I think we will, so it should be nice. So, bus ride I thought was going to be 14 hours, but we're going on the 18th hour now. Really beautiful landscape, but the serpentine zigzagging of the roads making everybody on board a little sick. Several people have lost their lunch, if you know what I mean, on the bus. It's probably the most zigzagging road I've ever been on. But I think we're about an hour away from the border city, and cross the border hopefully, and then figure out if we're gonna try to get a flight. I'm working on finding the flights. The internet's shit though, or just take another 20-hour bus. So at this point I've been on on the road almost exactly 8 hours, or 80 hours, and maybe got another 20 ahead. We'll see. Alright, so we made it to the border town, border city. We're moving forward, hopefully, across the border. Need to do a different bus or something.
Venezuela, mi amor. Para Venezuela, reina. Venezuela. Cédula. Para Venezuela. Passport.
Ajá. Who are you?
Ya lo lleva la
Traductor. Déjelo que hable.
Ya va, porque él que no entiende. Ya va. Ellos son
el equipaje, ya lo lleva a mi
ellos.
Police, where? Where?
Sí.
Police, where?
Explicar, como yo estoy conduciendo.
Police! Hey! Back up. Stop touching.
Sale.
No, leave me alone. I don't know who you are. You need to buy tickets, yes?
Yeah, man, pero this front is a terminal, so.
I follow you, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
A que de 9.50, ¿no, hijo? A que de 9.50 y en el Western, ¿no? Va a cambiar. Dólares, cambio.
Mejor tasa. Price, use economy.
It's a difference.
Sí, ya.
It's not terminal not here.
No. O sea, ya de acá a terminal.
Caracas is not here.
No, hay que llegar al terminal de San Cristóbal. Te digo.
Esto es Venezuela.
Sí,
So border.
ya. Aquí a juro hay que ir hasta frontera con Venezuela y de Venezuela, que es San Cristóbal, tienes que llegar a la capital, Caracas, que es donde vas, que yo también voy. Pero yo me voy en vuelo nacional.
No, here. You go flights.
Ya, ya.
Where?
$130. Yo me voy en avión y en avión son $135 por persona, que es lo que cobra un vuelo nacional. Es mucho más rápido, llegas en 1 hora. Y de aquí toca ir hasta la terminal, que es de San Cristóbal, que son...
Oh, yes. Today?
This day.
Today.
This day. Y a San Cristóbal. Toca hacer otra parada que es en la terminal de San Cristóbal, que ya es Venezuela. Aún estás en Colombia.
I go with you?
Bien.
Okay, thank
You ready? Thank you, man.
House of Black, el patrón, con Chechi Mandy. Oye, papi, nosotros no contamos el dinero, lo pesamos, ¿entiendes? Es la nena de papi, le gusta todo lo nuevo, le dice la modelo.
Esto entre 3. 36 tú, 66 yo.
Bogotá me llego y tenemos yo,
Okay, dollar.
En dólar.
Oh, it's a dollar.
Yesterday,
It's long way.
$10.
$10.
$10 you y yo $26.
So
Is
me,
okay?
$10, yes?
So, dividimos en dólares, free.
Sure.
It's okay?
As
Ready?
you say. Yes,
Okay.
yes. What is your name?
Juan,
Juan.
good to meet you.
Good to meet you,
Yeah.
Patrick.
Patrick, is it in front?
Huh?
Is it in front?
Russia.
Oh, Grecia.
Yeah.
Yo, España.
And Russia and America.
Okay.
Two.
¿Y es Juan primera vez acá?
Huh?
Primera vez en this is Venezuela? One day?
First time.
He's
yes.
okay, bro.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Journalist.
Okay. Journalist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You're from this Madrid. Welcome. This one Madrid.
Madrid.
You're from
Class. Nice.
que no caben ahí.
Es posible tratar de imitar lo que estamos haciendo.
De lo que está pasando, prefiere el señor me la apliquen ahí a mí con él.
No, usted no.
So basically what happened is I got off the bus and got swarmed by a bunch of different people saying they were authorities and needed to help me stamp my passport, and then I realized it was just a scam. And then then Juan and his son came and helped me, pointed me in the right direction, and then we took a taxi together, and now we're near the border. There's a little bit of complications with the taxi because I don't know exactly what it is, but now we're going to be going forward to the border and either catching a bus or an airplane. We'll have to see. But really nice man here, met one. Alright, so we found a nice taxi driver who's gonna take us, and he's just gonna wait and eat if we get questioned for long. But of course, at the border itself, I'm not gonna be filming. Documenting the situation and the trip. I don't know if this will make YouTube or not, maybe Substack, Twitter, we'll see. So, had to come back, yes, and get the exit stamp from Colombia. We went too far. Very weird border. You don't have to get the stamp before you go out, but we had to go back. So now, to save time, we took motorcycles and left the taxi up there. There's our friend, Juan. Couldn't have done it without him, for sure. Okay, so before we get too close to the Venezuela border itself, put the camera away because I get pretty sensitive. You can imagine why. That's Venezuela. Venezuela. Border. Alright, well, that's turned around. Just told to come back in the morning. It'll be okay. I haven't really filmed everything that's been going on, but I've gone to the border twice now. There's been issues both times, going from Colombia into Venezuela. From Colombian side, no issues, but there's been a few issues with the Venezuela side. And by the way, that wasn't war, that was just fireworks. I guess it's kind of a traditional celebration thing to do fireworks for around Christmas time. So today we just tried the second time and didn't work. So now we're waiting on waiting to discuss things with the Minister of Foreign Affairs to see if there's some reason blockage. But I think everything will be all right. But I'm just taking things slow before I'm getting in. So I've got some time now. I've been on the road for 4 days. Last night was the first night got to sleep in a bed, and now gonna have some cerveza, Colombian cerveza. So this is trying to get into Venezuela to report on the current situation. I expect, okay, there'll be issues because of being an American, born in the United States and whatnot. They obviously have issues. So maybe it's not even that. They couldn't really give much reasons. First there was problems with the invitation and they had to get a reservation. It's normal things. So hopefully it's nothing and it'll all get taken care of pretty soon and I'll be able to get reports out from inside Venezuela. If not, we'll be doing some reports here while we're waiting in Colombia to see what people here think of the situation and the somewhat threats that Trump's made towards Colombia as well. So, got a lot to come. Please like, share, subscribe. Stick with us.